Meet Little Jimmy. Little Jimmy has been a good noodle all of last year. So when the holidays came, his grandma and his grandpa asked him the question he's been waiting for. What would you like for Christmas? Little Jimmy knew it was time to cash in that golden ticket. I would like Black Ops 6. What happened to Black Ops 5? Who knows? So Gma sent Gpa to GameStop to pick up the goods. And sure enough, on Christmas morning, Little Jimbo ran down those stairs, tore up that wrapping paper, and lo and behold, Black Ops 6. As the months passed, Little Jimmy learned how to paint by watching YouTube. He finally felt confident enough to post his first paint job. The internet praised it. Good work, said Moog Skipper. Cool colors, said Rex Holla. Nice stuff, said Stories of Valhalla. The base is weak, said Gingivitis. The base is weak? How could that be? Little Jimmy checked his notes. I don't have any basic materials. Little Jimmy can't find any notes on how to base. Psst. Heard you need some materials for basing. I got you, boss. Timo, man. How did you know? I know everything. And I got the goods. What is up, everyone? It is I, Scapeward. I see you saw the story about poor little Jimmy. He just forgot about the base. You can't forget about the base. On this video, I'm going to take a look at some of the items I found on Temu that I've been using to base my figures. I understand this hobby can get quite pricey, so I want to show you the budget-friendly options. Just because it costs a lot doesn't always mean it's the best. There's also a lot of skepticism about Temu, and I agree. It's a lot of hit or miss. That's why I want to showcase some of the hits, as I like to say. But what should I base? Good question, little Jimmy. Basing can add an atmosphere to a figure. It can give it life. It can give it a setting. It can complete the overall painting. How would you like it if all you did was just stand on a gray platform? And you can give figures grassy battlefields, rocky hills. Here an example, we have Arena the Planeswalker Archer. Her base is not done. She's painted up. Her paint job was a little bit subpar, but if we take a look at her other buddies, we can see they have a simple basing. A little bit of grass, a little bit of rocks. And it kind of showed you that a basing doesn't have to be complex. It can be as simple as a little bit of grass here, a little bush and a rock, and voila. You got yourself a base. It makes you excited to move these little guys around now. Our first item is these cool little gray bricks I found. I initially bought these to make ruined buildings as part of some line of sight blockers, but they do fairly well when it comes to basing. If you cut them in half with a hobby plier, you can stand them up and they look like ruins or stone on the ground. You can put them flat and then put your figure on top of those so they look like he's standing on ruined roads. They are a bit bulky, so I wouldn't use them on small bases. To revisit our archer friend from before, I'm gonna put this one little platform brick. Put some glue on this bad boy. I'm using Armor Painter Super Glue. I recommend just a dab, but as you can see, I have a heavy hand, so I'm just gonna press firmly onto there. And next thing you know, we have a little platform in front of our archer. Our second item on this list is a bush. These little bushes are something I frequently order on Temu. They have a variety of colors and styles. These little cases right here can hold more than enough bushes to uniform an army. These patches are a simple way of adding a little bit of life to your figure without having to print extra bits or rocks and so on. But I do warn you, just don't place your bushes all willy-nilly. It's just an art to it. An art to the placement. Finding the right color of bush is also something I had to learn the hard way. I once laid down some green grass on a green figure and put a green bush and a green Corvette, and everything about his life was just green. And I couldn't tell anything apart anymore. Also, placement of the bush is something to take into consideration. You don't want to put a bush in front of your figure's nice thighs or cover up some of their knee armor. Okay, and we're back with our friend Petunia here. Here you see my pliers. I have put a little bit of glue, super glue. I say just a little bit, but you can see my hand is a little bit heavy, so put some extra. And you're gonna slowly dab. Just put it right there, right there. Okay, I'm gonna put a second one. Every bush needs a friend. No bush left behind, how they say. Just a little bit of dab. And place. The last item on this list is turf. Turf is the grass that our miniature friends will stand on. I will admit one thing, the turf on Temu is not something I pick up often, but I want to show you a little bit of it right here. The quality has much to be desired, but for the price, it's a good way to get started. Turf is a good way to lay down the setting of your figure. You can dictate whether your figure's fighting on a snowy mountain, or your figure's on the demonic mountains and has volcanic grounds. Alright, so I apply my turf with some Mod Podge and a little bit of water. You want to get yourself a nice brush that you just don't care about anymore. And you just want to spread it around as if it was water. Just getting every little nook and cranny of this base. But I will say be careful around the foot. You don't want to lose your foot underneath your turf. That's something that happens to me a lot. And if that happens to you a lot, you can easily just get a dry brush and just brush off the turf before the glue settles. So when applying the turf, I use a plastic spoon. I just kind of sprinkle it over my figure's base. Anything that I see that's white, make sure to cover it with the turf. You can give it a little smack with your finger to drop some of the excess turf. And you can use your finger to wipe off any of the turf that's covering the side of the base. That gives it a cleaner look. And here we have it, folks, Petunia the Archer. You can see I used some black paint to paint up the side of the base. You see some of the grass grows up onto the platform. Overall, it's an okay job. Well, it looks like little Jimmy is ready to give it another go. He waited 2 whole weeks for this Temu package. He brushed up the bases, and now it's time to post a picture on the groups. Let's see what Gingivitis has to say now. It's all about that base, says Smoke Crazy. Okay. That base is bushin', says Fly Guy Play Stuff. I guess that's okay, says Gingivitas Jr. Oh boy. Hope little Jimmy learned his lesson. You just can't please everyone. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Post in the comments if you have any other budget-friendly items you guys use to base your miniatures. Help out all the little Jimmies around the world. Leave a like and a sub if you enjoyed my narration. I hope to see you on the next one. Peace.